Welcome back to Myel's Luxury Auto, the 2026 Silverado HD Vintage pickup truck, and it stops you, not because it's loud or ostentatious, but because it's strangely familiar. That shape, the sweep of the fender, the suggestion of chrome accents, it evokes a bench seat Sunday morning drive from your childhood, yet there's nothing old school about the power under the hood. Chevrolet seems to have aimed straight for your heart, serving up something both timeless and impossible to ignore. The lines echo heritage, maybe a 50s Chevy or early 60s truck, but every edge feels improved, as if memory has been polished into something sharper, more modern. In the video you just watched, that design is the star, but the craftsmanship is no afterthought. Slide through the door and the cabin whispers luxury and innovation. The Vintage name isn't placated with faux wood trim or retro labels, it's craftsmanship that hints at both. Seats hug with modern bolstering, materials reflect ambient lighting, and yet the silhouette of the dash recalls analog tradition, like reading gauges through a candlelit console while streaming today's weather near your fingertips. It's vintage emotion filtered through a high-definition lens. And speaking of modern, the tech is real: intuitive displays, adaptive safety features, and a ride that feels confident whether you're cruising country roads or settled into highway lanes. Power is not a nod to the past, it's a statement. The Vintage rides on the same heavy-duty T1 platform as the rest of the 2026 Silverado HD lineup, offering the proven 6.6L naturally aspirated V8 gasoline or the 6.6L turbo diesel Duramax V8, both mated to an Allison 10-speed automatic transmission. That's not just a nostalgia prop, it's hauling, towing, and performance capability in historically great form. The platform, the drivetrain, and Chevrolet's engineering are not museum pieces, they're tools reimagined with style. Production of the 2026 Silverado HD is slated to begin on August 11, 2025, with body styles from regular cab to crew cab available in online order configuration opening June 12, 2025. So while the Vintage feels cinematic, the assembly lines and showroom runways are real. That's an encouraging sign, but pricing is still unlisted. For reference, standard HD trims start near $48,000 and crest above $94,000 for top-line versions with Duramax version 8S and advanced options. So where might the Vintage fall? Somewhere in between, possibly with a premium for its distinct personality. Color is part of the story, too. The 2026 Silverado HD adds two new exterior paints: polar white tricoat and white sands, a soft beige, replacing iridescent pearl tricoat and slate gray metallic. If the Vintage follows this palette, or selects from it, it could use those shades to heighten its classic-inspired vibe, especially with white sands lending a warm nostalgic glow under sunlight. There's something more going on. Below the chrome and soft focus, Chevrolet is making things feel effortless. In the lineup, the ZR2 trim now includes advanced features like a multi-flex tailgate, head-up display, rear camera mirror, and adaptive cruise as standard, rebalancing what luxury means in an HD pickup. That suggests the Vintage isn't alone in bringing modern ease to rugged tonnage. Chevy is blurring the lines there for the entire range. So why does the Vintage resonate? Because it whispers stories. You're not just hauling a trailer, you're reconnecting with a legacy, passing something forward. This truck lets nostalgia take the wheel without sacrificing comfort, without leaving torque behind. It's not about retro gimmicks, it's heritage forged with new metal and modern horsepower. Visualize rolling into a campsite or sunrise meet up with a truck that looks like it belongs. In a black and white photo, but offers heated seats, active safety nets, and headlight clarity that feels future-proof. There are still questions. Will the Vintage adopt the new paint options? Will it follow pricing trends or come with bespoke badges and exclusive trim? Is it a limited run or quietly added to the configurator? Chevy hasn't clarified yet, but the video we saw, along with underlying platform realities, tells us this isn't a concept, it's a direction. One that respects lineage while harnessing today's engineering. So anticipate the Silverado Vintage pickup as Chevrolet's statement of intent. Heritage vehicles need not live behind velvet ropes, they belong on driveways and job sites. They can tow, they can tech, and they can still make your blood skip a beat at first glance. Chevy's thrown that bridge between sentiment and strength. Whether you're a classic truck lover or a tech-savvy user, the Silverado Vintage promises a ride that's both memory and momentum. When full details land, price, trims, availability, I'll be tracking them, because this feels like one of those moments where past and present cruise side by side.